y'all, I'm still in the kitchen working on this wonderful feast, as my grandkids will call it. When you have a bunch of dishes, they think it's a feast, whether it's Thanksgiving or just Sunday dinner. I told you I would show you how I did my okra and tomatoes. Now, if you were using frozen sliced okra or okra that you buy at the store, wash and slice. The process is the same, but I've already done the washing and slicing and adding the tomatoes to it because I canned it. But what you would do is, I have cooked off some bacon, like y'all seen me do many times, and added some onions to kind of caramelize down. And I'll show you that in a minute. Well, let me just show you like this, because this will be easier. See? And I'm just letting that keep cooking a little bit while I talk to you. You would want to put your, cook your bacon and let it get crisp and render the fat. Then put you some onion in there, at least a medium-sized onion, to say 4 cups of okra, 4 or 5 cups of cut up okra. I'd use a large onion. And you cook that till the okra starts kind of tender a little bit. And then you want to add a couple of 15-ounce cans of tomatoes, whether you use diced or stewed or whole tomatoes. I like stewed tomatoes because they have other flavorings in with them. So you would want to do that, and then let that cook a little bit, and you want to add your seasoning, which will be your onion and garlic powder, salt and pepper. And to 4 cups of okra, I'd add a couple of tablespoons of onion powder, a teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of garlic powder, probably a half a teaspoon of salt. Taste it for salt and pepper. And then just let it simmer down. Now you can brown some hamburger meat and add to that and serve it over rice, and you'll have a meal. You can serve it over rice without the meat. You can put deboned chicken. You can buy a rotisserie chicken and add to it, and you'll have kind of like an okra tomato gumbo. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with it, and it's not hard to do. It just takes a little time prepping your okra. Now, last year our garden made okra like it thought it was providing it for the world. I mean, we would pick 5-gallon buckets a day of okra. Now, y'all know I have a freeze dryer, so we freeze dried tons of cut up okra, and all I have to do is rehydrate it a little bit and cook it just like I just told you to do, or I add a little cornmeal to it and toss it with some salt and pepper and onion garlic powder, and I put it in a little grease in the skillet and cook it till it browns and is like fried okra. Not the battered kind, the old-fashioned kind, where you just cook it in a little grease and let it get brown and crunchy. So I'm going to open my okra and tomatoes that I canned last year. And I'm just going to put 2 pints, because I don't know who all today is going to want some. And they smell, plenty good. I always do that. I guess it's habit. Old habits die hard. I'm going to put these in with the bacon and onions. So let me get you over there where you can see. Okay, you can see that the onions are cooked down. They're not real caramelized, but I'm running out of time. So that's about what we're going to get today. I'm going to add in my okra and tomatoes that I've already canned up. Go ahead and do another pint, so I'll be sure I have enough, but not too much. I like to add this sometimes to vegetable soup, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do. With the roast that's left over from today's meal, I'm going to show y'all how I make homemade vegetable beef soup with it. And if we have some of these left, they'll go in the soup too. So the thing I want to do now is just let this heat really good, and I'm going to let it boil a little bit. I'm going to put me a little bit of black pepper. I'm probably going to put a half a teaspoon of black pepper. About a half a teaspoon of salt till I taste it, because I'd rather add 2. You can't take away. Of course, I'm using my pink Himalayan salt. I'm going to let this simmer just a little bit. And then I'm going to add a little, even though I put onions in and often fresh garlic, I still like to add the onion powder and the garlic powder. It just deepens the flavors. And sometimes if what you're cooking just tastes a little bland, add you some onion and garlic powder and that'll kick it up and make it taste better. And 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder and about a tablespoon of onion powder. Boy, it's thundering outside. We fixing to get some heavy rain or something, and it's getting dark. That's good, grab a book and sit down and read with her, but I'm cooking, and you know what? I like to cook when it's like this. Puts me in a baking or a cooking mood. I do like it. Okay, I'm gonna get me a spoon so I can taste and see where I'm at with my seasoning. That's pretty yummy. I'm just going to let it come up to a boil and cook. Make sure it's done like it should be, and I'll have the okra and tomatoes ready. I'll be back directly. My okra and tomatoes is done, and I went ahead and put it over a bed of rice, and I garnished it with some green onions. But I'm going to taste of it because I've been just wanting some of this the whole time it's been cooking. I keep tasting. By the time the family gets here, I won't be hungry, will I? You either like okra and tomatoes or you don't. Of course I do. So to me that's a treat, and that would be a complete meal, just okra and tomatoes over rice. I hope y'all have enjoyed this little short tutorial. You don't have to have it canned, homemade like I do. You can buy it fresh in the store, buy it in the frozen foods department. But you can make it taste just like this. Are having a good day, because you are seeing stages of my Father's Day meal preparation, but you'll see it one day at a time. Hope you're enjoying it, and I'll be back with something else. We're going to do Mexican street corn. So I'm going to film that where I can show you how we do that, so you'll have another something to look forward to. Man, I love that stuff. Y'all have a good day, and I'll be back in no time.